The Oregon Senate just passed a bill that will allow striking workers to get unemployment benefits.
Fox Soul's Mia Villanueva joins us in the studio with more on why the proposed legislation could make history. Good morning.
Kim and Shauna, good morning. Senate Bill 916 is now advancing to the Oregon House of Representatives. If the bill passes, it would make Oregon the first state in the country to allow public employees to collect unemployment benefits while on strike. Under the proposed legislation, workers on strike would need to go 2 weeks without pay before qualifying for unemployment benefits. For context, non-striking workers have to wait 1 week to qualify for benefits. Now, once eligible, striking workers would receive weekly cash payments based on their previous wages. However, their health benefits would not be covered. People in support of the bill argue it would level the playing field between striking workers and their employers. Those against it believe it will only lead to more strikes in Oregon. The bill would require workers who collect back pay after a strike to pay it back to the unemployment fund. It also specifies that district employees who receive unemployment benefits during a strike would have the amount they received in benefits deducted from their future pay. Again, Senate Bill 916 now headed to the Oregon House of Representatives. We will let you know what happens next. Reporting live in studio, I'm Mia Villanueva for Good Day Oregon.